Red,
It's in Japan.
Red, tell me what happened last time.
Uh, well, it began with Abaddon asking Wanda for a favor. Apparently, she needs a way to kill the soul inside this new body she inhabits, and rather get it done sooner than later. And Wanda, of course, owing Abaddon for a lot, mainly in helping with her daughter, did it for pro bono, we'll say. She went off to do some research and eventually found a couple of methods, but decided to go to a bit of an expert, a familiar witch, essentially, who would hopefully have some more insight about, well, how to do that task that Wanda finds herself in there. And she did. She had a couple of ideas, of course, a few suggestions, but ultimately came down to just dealing with a few ingredients and making something that would have to be given to this person whose soul you wish to kill. And the ingredients aren't difficult, but one in particular, something that personally resonates with the person, something that represents who they are, what they love, things like that. Something that Wanda doesn't really know. But if she gets whatever that item is, then it should be what all she needs to make the potion, we'll say. A week's time at most. Regardless, she has a bit of a riddle to solve and has to get to Abaddon eventually with that news. While Phil Coulson, wonderful Raphael, reached out to everyone else about the mission being a go. Mainly beating the shit out of a couple of royal wolves, having Claire read their minds, and figuring out what the hell is going on. Michael was one of the few first ones there, as he mentioned to Raphael about his meeting with a funny little Fey man that he seemed to get along with well, though it seemed to make Raphael obviously uneasy, especially since Fey are so unpredictable and dangerous. And how much you tell them can be a problem for us. Regardless, we were going to continue forward as Claire, Wanda got there. A couple werewolves he already beat up, and they began the torture session as Wanda kept an eye out and Claire started reading minds. Though it was a bit odd, as the overwhelming pain of what the werewolves going through was there, with also a bit of pity they had for us. Not sure what the hell that meant, but through that, Claire was able to find that there wasn't just Janet that they were experimenting whatever they were trying to do on. There is a few others spread across the city. No one knows how many or where exactly where each one is. And the only one who's aware of that is what they call the witch. Some unknown figure who seems to be the one with the most influence and power of this whole little experiment. Regardless, Wanda eventually felt a detection of someone watching, and foolishly tried to tap into that, and was whisked away, immediately stopping the information gathering we had going on. And Raphael was, of course, upset with the connection that Wanda had placed on all three of them. Sadly, couldn't do it for Michael to explain what was going on before she was taken. He revealed to Claire, as decided to leave and had to go and save Wanda, that more than likely had to do with what Michael mentioned to this Fey guy or a person. And Wanda has been taken, so we need to go rescue her because who knows, well, if she'll make it in their clutches, essentially. Telling Claire that best that she not come, especially if he knows which Fey it is. And it's best that she go find help in other ways, essentially, as he took Michael and they drove off to the spring court, as Wanda woke up in a patch of grass and a wonderful hello from Maya, who seemed not to be amused with Wanda's attitude and decided to make it known, as well as demanding answers about the cults that Wanda was able to tell that she seemed a bit worried about. Didn't seem to like what was going on in what capacity she isn't aware of, but without much either getting tortured or killed or what have you, Wanda spilled her secrets about the cult mainly and told her what she knew. Probably not too much, but it was enough for sure. After having that, her wounds were healed, and a bit of a warning or some advice from Maya about leaving her daughter in the clutches of Abaddon, that she will just make you worse with time, and all those type of warnings, of course. Regardless, Raphael and Michael eventually made their way to the spring court. Raphael seemingly put on a familiar mask, his flirtatious self smacking Wanda in the ass, trying to wink and mostly be very much an annoyance for Maya, who got what she wanted, didn't seem to be too keen on keeping anyone here for long, as we were able to leave, though we would find out at a different time than when we got there, of course, as Claire went off to the Inferno Club. looking for this help or some way to help with the Wanda situation, as she was led off to a table with a Fae. Who would name herself Agatha, I believe. She mentions that she's willing to help negotiate freedom for Wanda in exchange that she does a bit of a looking into this ritual for her. She seems to be hunting down a demon lord that's been a bit of a thorn on her side, and she wants to make sure it's taken care of. Whatever she can do for her, and she will have her help with that, which she did, of course, and thanked her and went about her way, as Leon took her, of course, to see Abaddon as well. As well as they had a bit of a chat. Claire explained what was going on and what had happened, and Abaddon giving her some more bit of her experiences with Maya, mentioning that, well, Abaddon grew, changed, evolved, whatever have you, and Maya didn't. I wasn't too happy about this new Abaddon. And of course, the most important part that she must not know about Abaddon's new body. This frail form makes it so she's susceptible to mind control. And if Maya ever get her hands on that, then she would more than likely that would not be happy, essentially, or not be good for anyone involved, essentially. Regardless, Claire left, regrouped with the others as we realized it's been a few hours since we left. As before we met up with Claire, Agatha popped up. I was a bit surprised, saying, I was on my way to go help. It looks like you already got yourselves out. But I'll still give you this news that, well, it looks like while we're gone, the knights of the court were mobilized. And more likely that means the person we were trying to save or the people we were trying to rescue were taken care of. We missed out on the big event, essentially. And if we want more details or help from her, she'll do it for a favor, of course. As we said goodbye, and Raphael probably wasn't the happiest, as there was a bit of panic, and went off to go see if we can locate Michael's poor sister. And all we found was a burnt, ruined police tape and no sister in sight. As we're discussing what to do, as Claire eventually met us and explained things, Michael was surprised of Claire's ability to apparently get the problem done, essentially. But we were on our way to discussing how to handle the situation. Wanda, of course, stepping up to saying, I will do the favor, since this is kind of not, it was my foolishness and hubris that kind of got us here. And if I had not done the thing with the tapping into that, people spying us, then maybe we wouldn't be here in the first place. As we were discussing that, Michael wandered into the ruins, maybe to find clues for his sister, maybe to grieve, whatever you. But as he was looking through, a familiar or unfamiliar voice spoke up. A woman who seemed willing to help, as she introduced herself, I believe, as Aurora. And of course, she was someone who was on Heaven's side, essentially. As she revealed that they're willing to help him save his sister, give him the tools and whatever he needs to make sure she's okay. In exchange, that she does a spell on a woman by the name of Lydia. That she is being controlled by Abaddon, and that she's dangerous and should not be trusted. Michael was skeptical, of course, and seemed not willing to fully believe this idea, especially since it may mean that, Lydia, the Lydia that he met, the nice one, the one he was hanging out with, may actually be someone else. And the Lydia that he's heard rumors about may be the one that comes out, essentially. Regardless, as he was debating about that, he felt the pull of an anchor in trouble, in harm's way. And of course was able to teleport there to find his sister in some unknown location being essentially tortured by, presumably as a masked individual, who seemed more amused and happy to have a new person here. Michael, of course, attacked, trying to save his sister, trying to escape, trying to run, but didn't look too good. He was essentially trapped. He could run with his sister, but that means his sister and her fully half-wolf form would more likely be put in danger, as well as no idea exactly how many more people would be in his way. So Michael did the only thing he could do, or at least what he thought he could do, and prayed to an angel for help. And Aurora did come, blasting, I believe, this unknown fearful way and taking care of the situation, making sure Michael and his sister were safe. And once the dust had settled, chastised him a bit, explaining to him that his choices and his need to stay in his sister's life had led to this moment, that he put her in danger by not moving on, essentially, and that the only way to make it so she has peace is to be out of her life. Let her go with heaven, essentially, and let her rest. And Michael said yes. And she was gone. And I think that's where it ended last time.
Listen, Hate. Michael's sister was like fucked. Don't you think I would have made it so that Yanka is destroyed and then you get like corruption and shit?
You know, I can only hope it wasn't like, okay, you let her go, the anchor's gone, and then she gets fucked, you know?
You see, 8? Why are you so worried when you mechanically she's clearly like fine.
Listen, Grunt, it's less that I'm worried and more of like, listen, my character made a choice and I am ready to now play the character no matter what those consequences might be. Big, small, game ending, rather minor. We'll see.
Well,
I'm not dooming just yet, Grunt.
good.
Listen. I might be huffing copium, but I'm not dooming.
Listen. So Michael, I believe that is where we left off. What are you gonna do? I think you left some friends behind.
I did. I should go find my buddies to let them know that, like, hey guys, sorry I dipped out of nowhere.
So, as you will head over, how are the others? Because I think you just seen that Michael is missing, in fact.
Yeah, we realized he was missing, essentially.
I think I was in the middle of doing something, but I don't remember what it was, so fuck it. Ow.
I think doing something with soothsaying about the Agatha, essentially, because Raphael was asking you, like, keep an eye on that Faye, because he doesn't trust her, I believe. You can tell me otherwise if that doesn't make sense.
I mean, I was going into the house for something.
Well,
God damn, this is what I get for not taking notes.
lost to the void now. If
Yep.
you remember, let me know. But yeah, you're there sort of realizing Michael is missing. I think Raphael will pick up then. So that's bad, right? That's bad, I think.
At the very least, it's definitely not good. I'm not sure if he's in an emotional state or he was taken. And it's really hard to track a ghost.
It's hard to take ghosts unless you have some very specialized equipment.
That's what I was gonna ask. Who would take him?
A lot of people
Who can?
It's just that, yeah, who can? It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure our competent mage friend here can do a tracking spell.
I need a personal object that belongs to him. Anything that he has on him, but I don't think that's in demand.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
What?
What?
Here's the thing: you have to hold out your hand and close your eyes.
I don't. Why? Is it going to be gross?
I mean, it's a matter of perspective.
Can I say she has a glove on her grunt?
No. Why would you have a glove on your hand?
I don't know, Grunt. I was begging you, the
No.
universe, as she does reluctantly close her eyes over her fist.
You'll see he kind of looks at you, Claire, and says, "You want to watch this?" Close your
I'll
eyes
just-
too.
Do you want me to close my eyes?
Depends how squeamish you are.
I'll gesture. Go ahead.
You'll see him pull out a pocket knife and just very, very casually, as he like slices off just like the very like a thin top layer of his skin and just kind of plops it in Wanda's hand.
She opens her eyes, kind of feeling it feels weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's very light. He'll say, "There you go. Took that from him when he passed through me."
There's just a her face doesn't change. Just looks at it before looking back at him. Before looking back at this. All right.
Listen,
that
if
makes sense.
you want other bodily fluids, I think we can accommodate that. But I just thought this was the cleanest way possible.
No,
You are a
no,
married woman, after all.
I have many questions, but I don't think we have time to answer them. But I will hold off and demand them later. Give me a couple seconds. She will try to do the tracking spell. I think I have to roll. The hell are
Yeah.
you?
Alan.
Yeah. Jesus, where's channeling? Am I losing my mind? There it is.
There you go. As yeah, you begin casting the spell, and there's a sort of thin line that you can see form leading into the distance.
Okay. I can see the trail.
Get
It's a
on
bit
my
late.
supernatural GPS.
Sure. She will start making the way there. This is not the weirdest day, but it's becoming it.
You'll all get in his car, and he'll start driving. As Michael will have to unfortunately make your way on foot. I don't think you have any.
I can float, but that's it.
Yeah. As well, make it 2 blocks before you see the car with the 3 of them in. Also spot Michael just wandering down the sidewalk.
Ah, there he is. Fully formed.
Good to see he's okay, but what?
Oh, hey guys.
Hi. So where did you go?
It's it's kind of a long story. I think the situation has changed somewhat.
Okay.
Don't leave us hanging.
It's well, I found where they took my sister. And I only figured that out because I felt them start hurting her. So I appeared next to her, and it was Morphe. Morphe experimenting on her. I told them to stop, and almost mockingly, she went to stab her again. So I kind of lost it. I tried to escape, but there was more Fae. Must have been half a dozen of them. I couldn't just drag her out into the street because, well, for the whole reason we couldn't do that before. It's in the middle of a residential area. I didn't know what to do. I ended up asking for help.
Okay, asking for help's not a bad thing, but who did you ask?
Remains to be seen, I guess. It was another party. It's complicated right now. I need to really do some investigating to see what these guys' intentions really are. If they are who they claim to be or not. I hope you can help me with that, Claire.
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna need to know a little bit more to help.
I'll tell you, but I'm I'm a little shaken up right now.
Okay. Take your time, I guess. So, your sister is okay?
I hope. But if I want her to stay that way, I had to let go.
Um, I. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was loud.
I don't
Raphael
need
will
to.
just very calmly say, sorry, go on.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Raphael will calmly say, Michael, understand might be a delicate moment, but to understand, you'll have to tell us who you talk with. Whether they are they claim to be or not, but like a physical description, I would like some more details, please.
It was an angel by the name of Aurora. We've worked together long enough. You at least deserve to know that.
Was it just your sister there, or were there any others?
I didn't see anyone else, but I didn't look in too many rooms. I can only assume there is more, considering that there were apparently multiple experiments. I doubt it was a coincidence that only my sister fell through the cracks to... He says fell through the cracks in air quotes. He's also starting to believe that, yeah, this is all just one big fake conspiracy.
Raphael's gonna lean back and just gonna sigh. Well, guess that solves it there.
Are we sure that's the way that it's gonna end? They don't really do things for free.
They don't, but I think the cult, at least the one operating here, is done for.
Nah, she knows.
I will say this: they wouldn't have gotten themselves involved unless it's something really fucking big. I think angels are a bit above all of your pay grades.
Yeah. I mean, I was supposed to meet with one, but never happened. Apparently it was a different angel. But, she said that they could turn her human again. I think she was telling the truth.
Kind of like grimaces a bit and says, "Is their truth?" Michael, angels don't value physical bodies; they value the soul. They don't generally lie.
She said that she'd be allowed to live her life normally.
And from what I understand, it was a ritual that was affecting her soul, so they had a way of stopping it?
Maybe. Ruffle is just gonna like, again grimace a bit, not gonna say anything.
I don't have any personal experience with angels, but from what I have heard, I have only heard one complimented.
Raphael said, listen, there's a couple of good ones. Just like everyone else. Not all, well, not all angels are dickheads. I don't know this one personally. Then again, I don't interact with too many.
Well, I presume we're gonna call this mission the Scooby-Doo mission taken care of then. For
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, I think the
I mean, did you guys still want to destabilize the Burgermeisters, or?
I mean, yeah.
I'm still down to do that with you guys.
Wasn't that related to what we were doing here, or trying to do?
Well, that woman clearly still wants to set up a coven. Might still be funny to mess her operation up.
Yeah, she's in this town to stick around. You know, might as well keep an eye on her and the Burgermeisters.
Well, if
I think the plan is to destabilize the city anyways. It's the funny option.
if you won't get your saving the sister option, we can ask her about that witch character at the very least in exchange. I presume that's going to be a problem, or you think that's also taken care of by the angels too?
I doubt all our problems will go away at the snap of a finger.
Probably not a bad idea to still keep an ear out for. I don't know. We don't even know if she is an actual witch, but some kind of cult behavior.
Yeah, those wolves weren't the smartest of people.
It's also likely that she wasn't with them when they were attacked.
Well, I guess presumably it's only just to wait and see as best as we can and prepare.
Or do you want drop you off, princesses?
The Inferno Club.
I don't have anywhere in mind right now, so Michael, if you want me to look into your sister, I guess I could. Let's just go home.
Yeah, I guess you could just look into whether the angels actually turned her human. She's, I guess, still alive.
I'll see what I can find out, but you're going to have to give me some time for it, okay?
Yeah, I guess contact me when you find something. I was doing some investigating on one of the Burgermeisters. I've been scoping out his place for a few nights, so I can do the other one in the meantime if you want.
More information's always good.
mind, you weren't scoping out her places, still places that connected to the cult.
No. I was scoping out the Burgermeister specifically, but
No, wait, it was the places connected to the cult that were also her territory. I have fuck all idea about the Burgomaster. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
then I guess
even
I have to
know
go
to begin
investigate.
with. You don't even know how the Burgomaster looks. You called her a he.
I thought it was the female one we were talking about. Sorry, my bad.
So yeah, no, that's gonna require a bit more effort than just wandering about the streets and watching traffic cameras. Yeah, no. If you don't need anywhere to be kind of dropped off, Rafael will drive the other two. Once you're at some distance away, he'll say, "She's dead." You realize that. The well, common use of the word.
I presume it was going to be a happy ending in that regard.
Well, listen, getting killed and preserving your soul isn't the worst thing, depending on who gets your soul. Now, I've heard several theories about what angels do with souls. Some of them are optimistic, some of them are more cynical.
You think an angel will keep her soul instead of letting it wander out into the ether?
Oh, absolutely. There's no letting her go, but Darius believes in their whole shtick, like an afterlife.
Hmm.
I think he, in fact, helped several people go to them.
Mm.
I don't think he would do that if he thought there was even a chance of the angels messing with their souls.
And if it turned out to be something more sinister, the repercussions of that would be devastating.
And yeah, but like I said, depends on if you have the more cynical view, like Abaddon does, or the more optimistic one, like Darius.
Is it possible that reality is somewhere in between or a mix?
I
Like you
feel like
said-
it is, but
Not all are assholes, so maybe it depends on who.
well, the angel that collects the souls is there's only one. There's a specific archangel that handles that. The one I've also, well, interacted with a couple of times. She's nice, I suppose.
That's something.
It's nice as anyone that can, in my mind, is eternally tortured can be. I don't think being the angel of death is a nice job.
Yeah, I can see how that would affect you.
But like I said, one thing I know is that they do care about souls quite a lot. Yeah. Let's just say they view the flesh as transitory. So if killing her is, and then saving her soul would work, they would absolutely no hesitation.
But Michael did mention that he could tell when she was being hurt. Wouldn't he be able to tell if she was killed?
Well, not if he, like he said, let her go. You see, a lot of spirits, they get attached to people, places, objects. It's usually related to some sort of lingering regrets from life. They let go of those attachments. Well,
They sent me that tie.
And they asked them to do it. So, seems like they are aware at the very least about that.
oh, absolutely. Everything we know,
Seems
they
likely.
probably know. Problem is, I don't know if that's a. Angels don't like ghosts being around. Because, well, ghosts are more or less wandering souls without a carapace. That makes them easy prey for literally anything. Angels tend to try and encourage ghosts to pass on. So that might also have been just tied to that aspect.
Why not both, I guess? I'm still going to look into it. I give some kind of confirmation if I can,
Be
rather
careful.
than just conjecture.
Be very careful to what you look at. There is a reason nobody has seen beyond the pearly gates.
And what reason is that?
Let's hope you don't have to find that out.
Okay. I'll just look into her then. Her state of being, I suppose.
Like I said, you know your divination fancy schmancy thing better than I do, but just be careful with what questions you look for answers.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thanks.
Listen, silver lining. At least the cult here is smoked.
Delayed, if not gone, so
No, I don't think. Angels don't do half measures.
I more meant if that witch is still out there, what's to stop her from just trying again someplace else or doing something
I think at this
similar.
point, she's either a fugitive or dead. Or soon to be dead. Angels have a very weird, convoluted, and I'll be honest, to my mind, completely an unintelligible rule set on how they interact, when they interact, and how much. If they came down swinging their swords around to scare off Fae and raptured someone away, I think we're at a certain point where killing people is okay for them.
Right? I wasn't doubting that.
As yeah, I mean, he's gonna drop you off on that Inferno Club. I'm not sure where Claire wants to go.
I think she said back to her apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanda, as you make your way into the Inferno Club, what are you looking?
I have to report to Abaddon, Grunt.
As you walk into Inferno Club, and Leon kind of spots you at the entrance. Oh, your husband isn't here.
Okay, I'm not here for him.
He, like, looks towards the other demon. Fucking damn it, he gives you like $5. Okay, what are you actually here for?
What the? I'm here to see Abaddon.
Well, she's not in, technically. She's at her downtown office.
Well, I had a job for her and I did let her know the results. So, should I give her a ring? Is that possible? I actually don't have her phone number. Well, actually, I do. Never mind. I forgot she does have a phone number. Never mind. Very well, then I'll give her a ring, and you two have fun with whatever else you're doing here.
Just one more question. When's the wedding?
What wedding? There's no wedding. We have more important things to worry about.
He hands the other guy another $5.
What?
Mm.
I owe 20% of that.
No, you don't. Leave. You've seen nothing.
Just rolls her eyes. She's not gonna fly Leon on this one. She's making a call apparently as she starts making her way, presumably going home.
Yeah,
Calling
so
a Uber or whatever.
as you leave the Inferno Club and you give Abaddon a call, she's gonna pick up the phone. It's like, yellow?
Hello, I'm here to give a wonderful report about the results of that job you wanted me to get done for you.
You go ahead.
Well, I found someone who can make what we need, essentially. It requires a certain set of ingredients and time, but mainly we're having a bit of a cluster when it comes to one of the major ingredients she needs. If nothing else, I've been told it's something that has to represent the person. I guess what they love the most, what they want the most. And I don't think I know her as well as you do.
Wait, who are you talking about?
She's talking about Lydia. She needs to have the thing for Lydia, or is that you, or is that her asking me that
No,
question?
I'm
sorry.
asking you. What?
Yeah, because she was told like, hey, you need to get something that represents the person you're trying to kill, whose soul you're trying to kill for the potion.
Oh God.
Right. You can give it to me for free, Gwen. I know we can.
No, I thought you were gonna report on completely something else. Yeah, no, my bad.
Because I think Claire already told her about the face stuff and everything like that. And she told us that she already talked to Abaddon, I believe.
Yeah, and this is in relation to the witch part, right?
Yes. This is in
Yeah.
relation to getting the potion that she asked one to do in the beginning before this the whole thing happened.
Oh, she wants something. Cares. It might be hard.
Well, it could be something that represented, or something that she can find meaning in. It doesn't have to be a tangible thing, which also why this is very difficult. But like I said, that's the key thing we need.
Well. Oh God. You know what?
Mm.
I have a funny idea. How is she gonna know if whatever I send you is gonna work?
I don't know fully. She's the expert. She says it will resonate basically. I can ask for more details if that will be helpful, but that's what she told me.
Oh. You know, I'm gonna work on something. I think I have a idea. I may be wrong, so checking back with you.
Very well then. I think that's the main thing I want to let you know. I believe you were already told everything else from Claire, so I'll leave you to your dark dealings.
Oh, spooky.
Sounds very, as they say, hardcore.
Well, I suppose Claire will let me know about other things.
She told you about our encounter with the spring court and all that?
Well, the Fae was at my place, so I do know about her.
Very well. She seems to remember you. I'm not sure if one would call it fondly, at the very least, and gave me a bit of a parting remarks.
Yeah, and the monarch go a bit ways back, and well, let's say she didn't take the breakup well.
Well, at the very least, the situation with Michael has come to its conclusion. I'm not sure if it's not a good one, but it's concluded as Raphael would tell us.
Meaning?
Apparently, angels came and offered him a way to save his sister. And he let her go with them.
Just like that. No strings attached.
No strings attached.
I don't
believe
believe
they
it.
asked. I believe they asked something of him, but he wasn't one to tell, and he seemed reluctant to delve deeper.
Okay, now see that I believe. You know.
I don't think he realizes what he lost, not fully. Apparently, he was in a situation where he couldn't escape. She was being tortured, he couldn't run, and he couldn't leave her behind, so he prayed. They came and they offered him a solution, or what he believed was a solution. Half-truths and omission of...
Well, that's unfortunately how they operate, and more than willing to offer a helping hand to the desperate and needy.
True. It depends if they want to use more honey than vinegar, mostly.
Trust me, they're more than capable of handling both.
Understood. We're going to close this up soon enough, but you have a nice one, Abaddon. I'm sorry, she wouldn't say that. She would say Lydia. I apologize.
Well, have a good night as well.
Yeah, she hangs up the phone, wishing her good night and presumably making her way back home.
As you thought your troubles are over, Wanda, they're just beginning. But before that, Claire, you get dropped off on your apartment. Raphael won't stay. Well, I think it was an exciting night.
Yeah. If nothing else, definitely exciting.
Again, be very, very fucking careful with his sister.
I will. I promise. I'll try and avoid any looks beyond the pearly gates, as you put it.
Problem is, that's where they take the soul. I don't know. Ask very vague questions. I don't know. I don't know how your thing works.
It is kind of up in the air what kind of answer I'll get back, but I'll try.
Take care.
Would you rather I not ask?
Honestly, it would make me sleep easier. But I don't like telling people what to do, what they can do.
Well, I could still take your opinion into consideration.
Well, you should, because I'm a very well-informed man.
You are.
You'll sort of chuckle, but confused at that.
You said it with a tone like it was a sort of tongue-in-cheek comment, but from my perspective, you are very well informed.
Well, say I've had a bit of well, getting used to this.
getting used to what?
The supernatural. Everything about
Right.
it.
Did say you've been around a while.
It's gonna laugh, but that doesn't mean I'm old, though. I'm just, experienced.
Experience. We can use that term if that's what you want.
Yes, because old implies I've lived for long. I've been around for long. Experience just means I know a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't experience come with age?
Well, it does, but in my case, I'm just built different.
I will take your word for it and not ask how old you are. 29, right?
No, I'm not ashamed. I'm in my 30s.
30s. Not bad. I know, sorry if this seems out of nowhere. I know we've been pretty busy this past week or so. If you have time, it doesn't have to be now, but if you have time, would you mind if I ask you something maybe a bit personal?
Well, I do believe you read my inner darkest thoughts, so yeah. What's another question between friends?
I'm still sorry about that. It doesn't make me view you any differently, if that helps at all. Or I can just not bring it up ever again, if you
No,
prefer.
fine.
Um, I had another vision, I guess, of you. And, I mean, just to make things simpler, this isn't the first time I've seen you not worried about just symbolic darkness or anything. That you actually seem quite comfortable with it, that I think is different than most people. I was just curious.
Well, let's just say this month my life took a bit of an interesting turn. See, I always, especially as a kid, saw myself as someone fighting against the darkness. But this last month showed me that, oh, even demon lords can have a heart.
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy month for me too.
But no, the darkness is not as scary as I once used to think.
That's good to know.
It's the amount of portals I've been through at this point. You know how aggravating it is? I have to run from that creature every fucking time. It's
Creature?
no. Abaddon can open portals to the abyss. The abyss is this sort of separate dimension that basically should have nothing in it, right?
Right.
Well, there is something in it. This primordial creature that just likes to eat things that go there. Every time I had to take a portal, you have to run really fast because otherwise it will catch you and eat.
I've been through one of Abaddon's portals before. And it was not a pleasant experience.
Well, see, the thing is, depending on where you go with those portals, the travel time is longer. If it's on Earth, that's very close. You have to go to a Fey court, for example. That's a bit of a jog. Or a sprint in my case, because I'm jogging with that thing behind me.
So you feel comfortable with the abyss, and yet you're scared of it.
Do
Or
not
of
hear the part about the monster
they-
that literally eats things. People.
I promise this is going somewhere. I understand. I'm not judging. It's just that in my vision, I saw inky blackness kind of just overtake the whole city, very much like the abyss leaking into here.
Not sure if you've noticed, but I'm pretty sure Abaddon plans to take over.
Right.
Install
I figured that
that
was
salt.
related.
Yeah, it isn't. Cammy may be I don't want to call her a puppet ruler, but ruler in training, I guess. Abaddon is still pulling all the strings right now. And listen, I'm not part of the war room. I don't know exactly what plans she and her people make, but I get told stuff now and then, and oh boy.
I mean, clearly she's been plotting a lot.
You know, I thought she was like, well, demon lords are schemers, but demon lords only care about one thing. Their bottom line, you know, how many souls go in, how many souls go out. Abaddon is a bit different.
As far as I know, I haven't seen her make any deals for souls.
Oh god, that's... You wanna hear a funny story on that one?
Sure.
She, a while ago, forced Darius into harvesting souls for her. Because, you know, I mean, listen, Demon Lord no, still made deals, still harvested them. Until, this guy found, apparently, a note that Heaven has, some, well, agents that do go around actively participating in the soul trade with other interested parties. And they are just buying up souls, collecting them, that sort of thing. Now, Abaddon has an entire group of people just dedicated to tracking down these soul merchants, just steal their stuff. There was one in New York, had about a few thousand souls on him, something of that nature.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to me.
It is a lot if you think just one guy, like once, if you had one soul on you, you would be liable for the angels to come down and smack you. You would be approached by demons and all sorts of interested parties. But yeah, now they're trying to find these. They call themselves soul merchants, and literally just steal their stuff.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
Plus, there's other ways you can harvest souls. People you kill in a fight. There's although I did hear about something. I think. Listen. I think I'm very open-minded. I swear one of her people was mentioning something about outer space recently.
Oh, don't get me started on outer space. Zach has been talking about it. It's like his most recent interest, and apparently everything that I thought I knew about the world is just wrong. So, it's a sore subject right now. But yeah, apparently outer space stuff is happening.
He like looks a bit shocked and he'll say, I hope that was a joke.
I wish it was. Did you know apparently you can breathe out there? Like that in and of itself is enough to just make me spiral for the next 3 days if I think about it too long.
Well, I care less about the physics. I've been to some wacky places. But it did bring up an interesting question of if aliens do exist, they also have souls.
I mean, I would assume so. It's tied to some way of being alive, right?
Yeah, so you could start harvesting alien souls, like wow. Which brings an entire new dimension.
I wonder if that's what Gareth has been doing up there.
Oh, that guy's a maniac from what I hear anyways, so.
Yeah. I think that's an apt description.
Listen. Just gonna smile and say, just take care of yourself.
I will.
And listen, if I ever appear in your visions, confident and relaxed, that's because I'm always am, anyways. So, well, alright.
I wouldn't suspect anything else.
Although you know what this means, right?
That's that.
I think this counts as you dreaming about me, so.
If you want to view it that way, I guess I am.
Well, I guess then all I can wish you is a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Gonna smile and take his leave.
Always nice talking with you.
Always is with you as well. Um. You should keep torturing them, Jill. Never give these gremlins what they want. Yeah. Anything else you would like to do before you, well, get some rest, Claire?
I do think I am gonna look into it.
You should. You should. Fuck what Raphael says. I think you should. Ignorance is bliss. What idiot said that?
Bless you. I don't know if you heard these. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try and think of a way to word this question. I need to stop looking at chat.
Well, we have to roll to say anyway. Let's see how that goes. You can
Oh
word
boy.
the question afterward. Also, I never doubted you.
That scared me. Is this one where I don't want to roll a full success?
should always want to roll full success. Ask Hate.
Absolutely. It's never gone wrong for me.
I guess the way that I'm going to word this question is like, is she alive? I know she's not alive because she's being taken by angels, right? So, what is her state of being? The state of her soul?
Well, you focus on that. Let me go open up my browser and for some numbers.
Math shit.
Well, you chose this,
Right.
Jill. You chose this.
I did. There's also the option of just telling me information and my brain could be like, yeah, I learned this through math.
No, unfortunately, that's not how this works.
Here's a pretty good string of numbers, Grunt.
Oh my god. What kind of information would I get from that?
As you kind of will walk into your apartment, say hi to Zach, who's just weirdly listening to the radio still. As the radio is there's something weird about it though. The radio is just playing static. But I'm not sure if you care about that at this point.
Yeah, she'll walk up to Zach. Is this particularly interesting static, or am I missing something?
Trying to tune to I know Gareth will be leaving soon. I'm trying to figure out a way to communicate. You know, when he apparently leaves for guess he wants to become a space pirate or something.
That
His
sounds about
words.
right.
Yes, his words, not mine, but very hard to connect to things outside Earth's atmosphere. It's just static hearing. I'll eventually figure it out.
Difficult and takes a long time, but there's ways.
Yeah, as sit down, trying to sort of draw numbers, see if there's anything that speaks to you. Well, there's blank. Then nothing comes to you as the pen sort of just keep tapping it on the paper and until it's a very slow draw. You can see almost as the number forms in your head very slowly, as if fog has to part ways. And it's 7. It's the number 7.
Okay. Couple of things that could mean, I suppose.
Well, you do ask a follow-up question if you want. And I don't have to be cryptic about that one.
That's true. Is there like any particular way that this 7 feels? Is there like a good feeling or a bad feeling from it, or is it just more neutral?
Well, depends on how you view it. But there's definitely the sensation of rest. 7, get the feeling that it refers to the idea of after a hard day's work, you just sit down and enjoy your spoils. Just your feet up, take a breather. The soothing sensation.
Okay, so I'm leaning more towards my first idea of like the words like seventh heaven coming through. Uh, but I don't know if that is related.
Get the feeling it mostly refers to well, the idea that at the end of the week, God did just rest.
The day of rest.
Yeah.
Okay, that is also in my list of possibilities. Cool. Interesting.
So whatever her fate is, she's now resting.
Okay. I will take that.
You should. Very good question. Almost thought I would have to deploy the SWAT team on you, but managed to avoid that.
Yay.
Michael, what are you doing after they left? Time to. What's your plan?
I'm off to go talk to Adam.
Yeah. Eventually you can probably find him wandering about and he'll get you and say, oh, like you've been through some rough things, everything okay?
Probably not. I've learned some things. I made some decisions, probably bad ones.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's well, for one, it's about Lydia. I finally found out why you had such a sudden personality shift.
Kind of like looks a bit skeptical, right?
Is this place private enough, or do you have a different place?
He's gonna like, yeah, you're gonna go around, sort of find a nice, quiet alleyway. Justice. They what happened?
happened was, well, the angels got involved. And they told me that they wanted a favor from me. They said that Lydia we talked to wasn't the Lydia that everyone knows. It's apparently someone else. Someone who's just taken over her body recently.
That's very dangerous information to have. That's true.
Yeah. That's like they want me to bring the old Lydia back, but it was the old Lydia who kept things like this. I don't know. If what Raphael says about them is true and that they were just manipulating me and only telling me half truths and did something terrible to me, then there's no way I'm going to listen to him.
I've only interacted with one angel, and well, it was only one time.
Apparently, it was a different angel.
Well, I don't know, but I know that a lot of other supernaturals just manipulate each other all day long. So
I just wanted to talk to someone who I didn't at least know outwardly has some allegiances to some group who hates another group who's trying to get me to do something for them. Everyone's telling me everyone else is just this evil person and all they want is to hurt you, and then it just seems like everyone's the one hurting us.
fortunately, that's why I wanted to help people like us in the city unite, get together, work together. Never had too much success with it until now. But I guess welcome to life, Michael. Everyone is just, there are no, I guess, evil people. It's only shades of gray. Everyone thinks no one thinks they're the villain. Everyone looks after their own interests first. Even Lydia, right now, if you think she is doing this for some altruistic reason, a fool. What you're saying is true, then this person hasn't have the connections old Lydia would have had. Makes sense why she's trying to build new ones. People not previously associated with her.
What's your evil motivation then, Adam?
Well, just like everyone else, I don't think I have one. I want to create a unified front for ghosts in the city against mages, against other people who might try to abuse us, so that, well, we're not just lone wanderers, easy to pick off the street.
What should I do? Should we continue on with this new Lydia, or go back to the old one?
Well, at least the new one is willing to talk to me. Which might be using me for own agenda, but as long as I can get something out of it as well. At least something.
All right. That's what you think. Let's stand behind that, I guess.
I'm sorry about yours.
Apparently, it was my fault. Do you really think that us ghosts holding on to people drags them closer to the supernatural? Even if we never talk to them and just look, is that still too much?
Well, take a moment to think about it, and I'll say something I've seen, not just ghosts, but with other people as well. The more you hang on to your previous life, the more you bring both of these worlds together.
Ah, if only I'd known sooner. Only I'd taken up Messalina's offer. Only I'd just gone with the simple option. Only I'd let go.
Still
killed them.
technically
I
not
killed-
too late. Go talk to that angel. Heck, she might give you more answers about your sister. She also has her whole shtick about us passing along. Most people do take her offer. Eventually.
You're talking about the other one I never met?
He'll nod.
I might as well, right?
Come on, I'll take you to her. As he'll lead you a ways away. Wander through the streets, the ever busy streets of New York. Eventually, you walk down this very more like deserted neighborhood. At this point, people kind of went to sleep, and the only noise around you is the forever humming noise of cars passing by. As gonna say, well, wait here for a bit. As after about 10 minutes or so, you hear the powerful flapping noises, the wings. As you see this tall, slender woman, as her face is covered with many eyes, staring at you. All of them at the same time. Adam will say, finally brought him to you, Cassiel. I'll leave you two to talk. He's gonna take his leave, Michael. As the angel look at you, shall say, much sorrow in you.
Yeah. Think I messed up big time.
Regret is one of the things that keeps you bound here.
Adam said you could at least actually confirm my sister's fate. Is that true?
Depends
Lie
what
to me?
you mean by confirm.
Is she still alive?
Tell me, glance at you, Michael. What do you think death means?
Losing your mortal body and not being able to live a normal life like everyone else?
Very human, normal concept to have, but what do you think happens after your body dies? Turns
Apparently,
into
for
dust.
some of us, we get stuck here.
You're not stuck here, Michael. You are hanging on. Afraid of what's to come.
Tell me, what is to come?
Judgment. And then because that depends on the individual. There is a heaven out there. That is not a lie. Whether sister was allowed in or not, it's not for me to know. But live a good life. Or compassionate, kind-hearted individual would have nothing to fear.
He's definitely like, there's a lot on his mind as he's thinking about a lot of things right now, as he just says, I mean, if someone turns into something that's not human, can they no longer get into heaven?
Nods. The human souls are allowed in. Fortunately.
So when Aurora's eyes, it was either kill her now so that she can get into heaven, or let her live out her life and go somewhere else after she dies.
There are many places, many individuals, many beings out there that crave someone's soul. Most of them will treat it as a commodity. Some as a boy we played with. Only we are the ones that treat souls with the respect they deserve.
What right did I have to make that choice for her, though?
Sometimes when others can't decide for themselves, someone else will. Someone always will make the choice. We're caught in an unfortunate series of events. All you could do is try to make the best out of it.
What's are all the angels unified in their beliefs on certain things?
We do not compel our own to believe anything.
Then what do you think I should do about the whole New York situation?
Unlike my brethren who have their own mission, I care only about preservation and saving of souls. I would extend you the same offer I have to others. You can join me and move on. Take that judgment. You feel like you've lived a good life? Be a good death. Allowed into heaven. Well, if not, then those lingering about is also.
Can I have some more time to think about it?
Much as you want. You may find me here at any point.
Let's see.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. Thanks for talking with me.
Nod and take flight. Going anywhere or doing anything after this?
I think he's gonna go sit under his tree anchor.
Think about things.
Yeah.
Oh, Wanda. After the talk with Abaddon, you would have just went home.
Yeah.
Get back home. Victor and Cammy are about. Not sure if you want to talk with any of them.
Ooh. I think she wants to ask pick Victor's brain a bit about Maya mostly, because I don't think she knows much about Maya outside of her few interactions, or 3 interactions, I think.
Yeah. It's like chatting with Cammy as kind of give him that look and like, can I help you?
I wanted to talk to you a bit. I've had an encounter with A Fey Monarch. I wanted to get some insight about her, more than someone with a different view, hopefully.
Cammy looks at you and says, "Which one?"
The one the only monarch we've met so far, Cammy. I believe her, Maya.
Or maybe that you've met.
Yes. The only one I've met.
Snickers a bit.
But I wanted to talk to you a bit about her.
I can tell you what I know.
Well, at the very least, what can you tell me? I'll take anything, really.
She is those capricious, chaotic, dangerous, ambitious. I don't know if that's anything you didn't know already. She's not a very subtle individual.
He seems to have a particular relationship with Abaddon. Not sure if it's it seems to there's a lot to it, I know.
I believe they engage in sexual activities in the past, and they were, as I heard some people call them, partners in crime at one point.
Well, at the very least, she seemed to she asked me a couple of questions and dealt with the situation I was in the middle of handling with. I'm not too sure if that's going to cause more problems or not, especially since there are people who are victims of the whole thing involved.
What situation is this?
A young, no, not a young girl, sorry. A spirit came to me, apparently trying to save a sister who was taken by some cult who wanted to change her into something. A wolf, but different. I'm not really sure the details. We were trying to find a way to, I don't know, get her out of there. But apparently, on our longer way trying to gain information, we found out it wasn't just her, but many others as well. And I made a mistake. Got taken in, landed on the Fae's front door, on Maya's front door, and she asked a lot of questions. Got her answers, and she took them. Took care of all of them. Angels are involved too, so that's also a problem, but no idea what happens to the people, who has them, or if they're nothing, really.
Dead, most likely. Or at least
Yes.
they wish they would be dead. Cammy kind of looks a bit sad at that.
Yeah. I kind of figured at the very least, but regardless, she seems to have a vendetta against Abaddon.
Like I said, he is a somewhat capricious being. And, well, my understanding, Abaddon has changed a lot the last few years.
Hmm.
Not everyone from her old walks of life are as appreciative of her more sympathetic nature.
I see. Well, at the very least, I passed along the information to Abaddon.
Believe she can handle Maya?
Oh, very well. Thank you for giving me some information at the very least.
He is gonna nod.
So, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I see she's gonna look at Cammy mostly, and she's gonna ask, so how is your training or tutelage or I don't know, hangouts with Abaddon been going?
I think it's going well.
Well, that's good at the very least.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would never told me what you think about Abdon and her new body, her new like look.
Abaddon's new body and look?
Yeah,
I'm not too sure I'm gonna have an opinion of it. She handles it well, though I assume that comes with downsides for her.
yeah. Well, listen, I'm talking like the aesthetics of the situation. Yeah. Let's go with that. The aesthetics of the situation.
The aesthetics of the situation.
Yes.
You mean the way her body looks?
Sure, or Victor sort of don't understand why people do this. She's trying to fish out information about what do you think about the subject of possessing another one's body.
I can see it has its values. It also has its downsides, especially if that person is in there, trapped with you at the very least, and you are trapped within them.
They-
Why?
Well, yeah, but what if you just remove the other person?
So you're just gonna have a host of hollow bodies that you steal for yourself?
Yes.
Well, I can see that the moral side is very much up in the air in that regard. Why not just make golems or
Well,
build
because
your
you
own
need
type?
specific bodies. You can't just a body without a soul might as well just be a golem. That is what a golem is.
I can understand that. Are you trying to see if you gain permission for this, or trying to understand a thesis theory you have?
Let's just call it we're doing a bit of a public poll on opinions.
Okay. I want to say that the truth of the matter, it's no black or white issue. Because in regards to Lydia, I really don't care if she's being possessed by Abaddon.
That's
but
the point.
At the same time,
Assuming all the people who get possessed are not like nice people. They're all kind of, well, I would call them assholes, but they're like much worse.
I can say with honesty, I don't think I would like that. And that's just a me thing. I understand it's gonna sound very much a cop out, I know, but just kill their souls. Take their bodies if you want, but make sure there's no one screaming inside begging you to release them.
Yes, of course, but like possession part though, switching bodies, everything lukewarm on that front.
It's
Victor just kind of like
practical.
face palms again.
She go on, just raises eyebrows. She shrugs. It's practical. It will actually save your life more than it will kill you at the very least. And I'm gonna be honest, Cammy, I'd rather you be safe than carry about a few moral problems when it comes to possessions.
Well, that's all I needed to know. She looks at Victor and says, "See, I told you. I told you she would be fine with it." I don't think that's what. Nah, it's done. She said yes.
So I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a necromancer for a daughter now, or is this just for kicks?
It's not a necromancer. I'm not raising the dead.
Hmm.
I'm not messing with people's souls. I guess trying to figure out a way you can like kill a soul, but like leave the body intact. Unfortunately, Dad here is not a really soul expert. You know, you would think if you study so much magic, you would study this. And I don't. Soul magic is not a tool you can just wave around so easily, Cammy. It's like, well, I don't know. I've seen people do it.
Well, at the very least, you understand that there will be consequences to this, and you understand that there will be very much a number of people who won't be happy about this.
Well, there's always going to be consequences, and there's always going to be people who are not happy about things. It just matter who are those people. That's the only thing that matters.
Well, at the very least, I can warn you about all that, but I have a feeling you won't listen, so don't do anything foolish or stupid. I can only ask you that.
Oh no, then Victor will say, suppose we'll have to research more into that soul removal thing. Now you know, Wanda, you could bring up the fact that you know someone who.
Yeah, she's thinking, she's like, oh no, that's a good idea. There is someone I know who may be a bit more knowledgeable on the subject.
Cammy immediately pipes up. Ooh,
First, whose soul you're taking here? Whose body are you going to be puppeting here?
well, I would tell you, but I feel like you're gonna have a bit of a mental breakdown. I can say they're not nice people, and I can say that for the betterment of the city.
You see, that's not really an answer, Cammy. When I have something that you want, I'm not going to just give it up for you for vague,
Okay, but if I
hand wavy.
tell you, you have to promise to give me the name of the person then.
Very well, a deal for a deal then.
I plan to hijack one of the burgomasters.
What is up with everyone in the burgomasters?
It's just easy. Just you don't have to fight for power if you can just control their bodies, right? And if Abaddon has another friend on the inside, Victor will say,
Okay.
keep trying to explain to her that this is not gonna be this is a procedure that can drive people insane. Cammy, you are not. Abaddon was a demon lord before she even did this. Have no conceptualization of what this even means. Sort of prognosis. But listen, I feel like I can do it.
Cammy, Victor's right. This isn't just something you can just willy-nilly assume is going to work out. There are consequences not just for you, mainly. You are putting yourself on the line here.
You know, you can give me a persuaded NPC with a +1 if you want to talk her out of this scheme.
Yeah, let's see. God damn it, what do I try? What do I try?
Says, well, what am I gonna do? Just hang out in the tower like with a bunch of nerds?
I'm not saying I'm hanging out with the tower with a bunch of nerds. I'm just saying it. Have a bit more precaution here. At the very least, talk to Darius, or have someone else's insight who has a bit more knowledge on body possession and what it means to put your mind at risk in such a way. Make sure you have taken all the precautions.
Rolls her eyes.
I don't do this because I'm trying to stop you. I do this because I worry.
Yeah, but you worry about everything though.
True, because you worry about nothing.
Well, there's an equilibrium there. See? I'll let you do the worrying and I'll do the doing.
Equilibrium also requires a give and take, where you also listen to some of the worry, and I also let go of some of the worry.
I'm gonna go talk to this, soul expert of yours, and I'm sure it will be fine. Victor
Don't. No. This. Well, this woman wants control of other Well, not no Burgos. That's the plan. Never mind. This woman wants. you don't even know what she wants. She wants to possibly build a coven here, and seeing as you are an unknown equilibrium, she may tie you to her in a way that you may not be able to get out of. Or make a deal that may put yourself in danger as well. Or put you in debt to her where she will ask something of you that you can't say no to.
She sort of like looks like she's pondering, and then you can see Victor is like, Cammy, have you ever considered going college? She like slowly turns to him. Not sure if Wanda has any reactions to this.
She's looking at him with a bit of confusion and slightly hope, because she had dreams of what Campbell was going to do with her life, but she's never said anything about it.
Let me shatter those dreams with a fucking sledgehammer.
No.
I'll say, I don't mean human college. I mean the magical kind. You're so eager to learn. Why learn it from shady businessmen, women doing back alley deals? Would technically learn from some of the best. And you know, I never managed to pass the entrance exam. It's that difficult. There's a bit of a fire in her eyes. Well, be much easier for you to train for such an exam if you focused on the magical aspects of it. Also, there is someone in the city that has passed and has actually graduated from there. Could probably talk with. It says, is it the blind guy?
The blind guy?
Victor will nod. I believe much more for you to gain by studying magic. Letting Abaddon play her puppet games and have fun with politics of mages. Also learning magic. Gain a true understanding of the subject. Plus, you think once you go to said college, politics ends. Well, you can ask, as you call him, the blind guy. You'll never truly get rid of politics. It always seems to haunt you. But unlike most, you do seem to enjoy that aspect. For you, maybe it will be a boon. As Cammy will turn to you, Wanda. I go to magic college?
I don't know. Do you think you can survive magic college?
I think I can try. And succeed.
Well, at the very least, I would like to see how far you get.
She smiles a bit, looking a bit more determined.
Yeah, I don't know if Wanda will look up at Victor and give him mouth him a thank you, basically, behind Cammy's back or
She's
something.
gonna nod. Victor improving on the social game. As say, no. Good. Suppose you have some questions. Could give you his phone number. Really? She's gonna slip her a piece of paper as she like grabs it and bolts to her room.
How long have you had that in your back pocket?
2 weeks now.
I never knew you went to tried to go to magic school.
So I tried. But There's a reason why I didn't suggest it up until now. I think it's preferable to her distorting her soul. Jump a few steps process. I was failed because I was told I lack imagination. I think she has that in spades and can have the rest. You shall be admitted. The way
at the very
she
least.
the way she views magic, that a lot of joy. Sort of
Yeah.
whimsy, charm. I was always curious, I was always, well, called me obsessed plenty of times. I never, I guess, wondered about it like she does.
She always had a love for magic. Anytime I would take time to teach her anything, she would just devour it. I thought that reminded me of you. You may have lacked the imagination, but you did seem to have a lot of respect and love for magic that I sometimes got jealous of.
Gonna smile. Maybe I'm learning a bit more nowadays.
Look at you. Guess you can teach an old dog new tricks.
I'm that old.
You have the spirit of a 6-year-old man.
Hence, I think you understand why they told me I lack imagination.
Hey, I think it looks good on you. Nice rugged silver fox thing going on.
Gonna smile, nod.
Outside of, well, distracting our daughter from making choices that we don't necessarily agree with. Got any other plans?
Maybe.
Can I find a way to entice you away from those maybe plans?
No.
Well, I had to try at the very least. Are you sure?
Unfortunately, this is something I don't think I can delay. Suppose maybe have an hour or two free.
Oh, there's a lot I can do in an hour.
Really correct.
Mm-hmm. I can give you a bit of a preview.
He looks just as confused as you remember him. No.
Don't worry.
On that